Well, it's true. Size does matter. Today we are talking about beds, guys. Truck beds. This right here is my 18 F-150 Super Crew, dual doors, full cab, with the 5.5 foot bed. This is my configuration, and if you could read the title, it's one of my biggest regrets with this purchase, guys. Bought this thing off the lot brand new. I kind of realized this mistake probably within the first few months of purchasing it. Now, if you know a little bit about Fords, they come in 3 different sizes for the truck beds. 5.5 foot, which is their shortest one, 6.5, and then the full 8 foot full size pickup. This is our 01 F-150 XL. We just worship the XLs here. This, of course, was our first company truck. We use this for work, which means we definitely used up the bed on this thing 100% of the time. Now we replaced this with a 13 F-150 with the same configuration, regular cab, long bed. This, on the other hand, different story. I got this because we needed a new vehicle to show up to do proposals and quotes, and this was obviously the client truck, guys. This is what we rolled up to the clients in their houses. You can't be popping up in something like this. That's just not gonna fly. So purpose of this video is to gear it more towards the people that are out there in the market currently looking at pickup trucks. Feel like the truck bed sizes is something that's overlooked. Most people are looking at this stuff, the front stuff, the motor, amenities, the cab size, all that stuff. This is kind of second, this is extra, but let me tell you why, guys. This will make or break your purchase. We're gonna start off by measuring the full 5.5 foot bed, see exactly where it ends up. I'm gonna starting there with the bulkhead, and we are, whoop, there's 5 feet. We're at about 5'7". We do it from the bulkhead all the way to the tailgate, and we got a nice clean 92. Not bad, guys. I have no idea what that is down there. That is, what is that? Look at this. Come on, boy. It's a little bit more than 5.5 feet, but we'll just go ahead and start off with the elephant in the bed here. This ginormous thing. It's got crap everywhere. And let's just see how much space this thing is stealing from 20 inches, guys. This toolbox is stealing 20 inches from my 5.5 foot bed. That is a lot. And that toolbox has actually been responsible for bad loading of the cargo. We had a refrigerator here, but because my strap points right there, the other two are hidden in there somewhere. Toolbox is in the way, so we had to tilt over my fridge because the straps didn't reach on there, and it's a mess, guys. That toolbox is screwing me over a lot. Of course, you wouldn't have that issue with an 8 foot bed. You can just tie that boy down, you're good. Flick the straps a little bit, it's not going anywhere. As I said, we made the regretful mistake of buying this size bed when honestly I should have gotten the 6.5 foot bed, because we load all sorts of stuff in this truck. And if you peeped already, when I had the tailgate down, we got a bed extender. Let me show you guys what that's all about now here. This thing attaches from here to your hitch receiver right in there, and it adds 52.5 inches. So a little bit more than 4 feet of space to your bed. Obviously your tailgate is down, and then this is what supports it, and you have some tie points. Made a video on this a while ago, guys, but being real with you, if you have to put a bed extender, you're better off buying the full-size truck bed rack. If you have to use this a bunch of times, that might just justify it. But anywho, it's a nice little temporary problem solver. It's great, love it, but of course it costs me sometimes with loading things. Now, of course, if you do move up with the 6.5 bed, your wheelbase is going to increase in size, so bear that in mind. Now, that could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Good, longer wheelbase, more stable when towing. Bad, probably a pain in the butt to park your truck. This one is already a pain. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm pretty close to the city, and getting this thing in parking spots, especially parallel parking in the city, huge pain in the butt. Be prepared for that. I think you have to really think about that one, guys, is the length of your truck. Not only that, but you get a longer size truck, you might not be able to fit it inside of your garage. This, of course, is my dream garage. Super blessed to have this baby here. It's in my possession. There's the Subaru, not running, not working. We fit the full 8-foot bed truck with the regular cab in here, guys. Of course, we're kissing the toolbox, and the tailgate is pretty much making out with the garage door, but it fits. That's the important part. It fits nice and tucked. So, but you might not have that luxury, and that could certainly affect being able to hold your car or truck in that space. So that's another thing you want to look for, guys, is your wheelbase size. Where is it going? And lastly here is, what are you utilizing your truck for? Think about it, guys. If you are going to be mountain biking, throwing on a kayak in this thing or whatnot, very rare cases where you would get the 8-foot size bed, unless you got a 250, or if that thing is a straight up work truck, then 8-foot is definitely justified. For business slash pleasure, guys, I would have wished I went with the 6.5-foot bed, because this toolbox is just kidnapping a lot of my bedroom space. The new Ford F-150 Lightning has this configuration. I believe it has a 5.5-foot bed with the full crew cab, which basically means that that's obviously been Ford's very popular configuration, if they're going with that, because I don't think they're going to be making F-150 Lightnings with 8-foot size beds and regular cabs. That's just not for the masses. The next thing I wanted to talk about was location. That plays a pretty impactful role in your next pickup truck purchase. Generally speaking, hear me out, guys, I'm painting here with a very broad brush, but generally speaking, dealerships that are closer to the city or near the downtown area, those pickup trucks are going to cost more. They're going to cost more than you would find at the dealers that are out in the open, more in the countryside. But not only that, guys, configuration. I'm sure if you went to those city dealerships, you'll find more of the crew cabs and super crew cabs than you would out in whatever countryside or open area dealership you're at. I'm sure there's a spreadsheet somewhere for all these dealerships that clearly specifies which configuration is the most popular. Ooh, that's a nice looking Dodge. Going nice and slow. Why? Why are you going nice and slow? So I can admire it? Beautiful. So there's some good advice for you folks. You might have to do some driving out. You're not going to find your perfect pickup truck configuration within the distance. Those drywall and plywood sheets fit nice and flat in your 8-foot size bed. They'll pull out the forklift. You slide those babies on your hash browns. This one, on the other hand, I gotta grab one by one and slide them underneath. Kind of a pain. Slide it under the toolbox, and then the toolbox kind of limits how much I carry, but it's kind of good I have the toolbox, because if I didn't, I would keep flowing and adding more and more, and well, these aluminum construction isn't exactly the strongest. A few pictures I've seen online where the tailgate was bent, starting to bend from all the weight that was sitting on it, so that's a nice little restrictor that I have. Definitely keeps me in check sometimes. So here we are, measuring from the bulkhead to right around where the tailgate ends. There's 8 feet, nice and clean, plus the tailgate going out. Almost 10 feet of space, guys. Lastly, since we are on the topic of beds, guys, let me just go ahead and tell you right away, get your bed line, man. Just do it. That should literally be the first thing. It should have been the first thing with me. Actually, I don't know why I didn't do it, but here's some of that aluminum construction for you. Nice little hole. Looks like it's already been plugged up with a rock. It's a nice, beautiful drain plug. Let me know in the comments, what would be your dream configuration? You getting that full crew cab? You getting that 8-foot bed with it too? Or you keeping it nice and clean and simple? A lot of people talk about the aesthetics when you get the short bed and a full crew cab. To me, it doesn't look that bad. You know, I think this is the same configuration as a Raptor. They do have the small bed, and they do have the full super crew cab. Not too bad. I mean, if you just get it leveled and get a little bit bigger wheels than the normal ones, looks good. Aesthetics wise, it flies. Ooh, there you have it, folks. Hopefully I gave you a little something to think about on your next pickup truck purchase. Bed sizes. As I said before, this is entirely preference, folks. There is no right or wrong answer when it comes down to this, but also don't skip out on this. I know most people are focusing on the engine options, the trim level of the truck, the amenities and the options that are inside, all that good stuff. This is very important too, folks. I may have said this is a regret, but also this thing has done exactly what I've wanted it to do, guys. We've carried plywood, we've carried drywall sheets, we've carried pallets of tile, whatnot, dude. This thing has done it. Now, would it have been nice to have that extra foot? Yeah, sure. Now, if you know you're going to be carrying 16-foot long PVC trims or whatnot, then obviously 8-foot bed, or get the over the bed cargo rack, something like that, guys. But am I happy with this? Yeah, I'm still happy with it. Does it look good? Absolutely. Now, if you're an eagle eye viewer, you know the truck looks different than what it did in the beginning of the video. That is because we are filming obviously at different times, but this should also give you a little sneak peek at what the next video is going to be about as we take this one-wheel drive, smallest rated, weakest axle on the whole F-150 lineup off-roading, guys, and you will be thoroughly surprised as I was. Now, feel free, guys, to chime in on your experience with the different sizes and truck beds that you have out there. Appreciate you all joining in this far into the video. Be sure to subscribe, guys, for more F-150 content. Follow me on Instagram, and as always, guys, think twice. Beds, they're important. Peace, take care.